Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Tepidino Insurance here today to talk a little bit about what is that? What is that? What? Whatever. Here today to talk to you guys a little bit about discounts on homeowners or car insurance. Mostly your personal lines insurance questions, or personal lines insurance policies. One of the biggest things that you see in advertising now for car insurance or any kind of insurance advertising is going to be discounts, bundles, and companions and stuff like that. Well, when it boils down to it, every company will offer some sort of a discount. If you're a homeowner, you get a discount. Even if you're not a homeowner, there's what's called the companion policy. So if you have a renter's policy, a lot of car insurance companies will offer a companion policy there. Or if you are a homeowner and have car insurance, you could get a discount on your homeowners for having car insurance with a same or a companion policy with a companion carrier, right? So it's always important to make sure, if you're trying to get the best value for your dollar on insurance, you want to make sure that you have all of your insurances hopefully together with the same agency, because there's what's called an agency bundle and then a carrier bundle. And then Progressive has been driving that phrase home for the last couple of years. Bundle, get a great rate on your home and your auto insurance when you bundle with Progressive, right? Liberty Mutual does the same thing. Geico, all the companies out there do it. So something, if you're really looking to maximize your value and get the most discounts out of your policy, talk to your insurance agent and ask them, hey, listen, what kind of discounts am I missing out on? 9 out of 10 times your agent will go ahead and review your policy for you and give you some ideas on what you could be missing out on. Sometimes they just tell you there's none. If that's the case, then maybe you should talk to another agency. Basically, your agent should tell you that you're getting some discounts and tell you what they are, or tell you that you're missing out on some, okay? I know at our agency, when we do our quotes for our customers, we do our best to ask as many questions up front as possible. A lot of the questions that we ask are actually worked into general conversation as we're talking to you. So we'll find out if you own a home, where you work. If you went to school, some places give you discounts based on where you went to school. Some companies will give you, most companies will give you some kind of a discount if you're employed. Now, at least 2 of the carriers that we have at the office will give you a deeper discount or a better discount if you have if you're in a certain profession. Say if you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're an architect, maybe you own a business, you own a store, or the title that you have in the company. Okay, now some of the carriers actually check that stuff. They want verification of employment. Some of them don't. So you obviously don't want to lie just to get a discount, because you may have to prove it later. And if you can't prove it, they're just going to take the discount away. So it was kind of a futile point there. Okay. There are some companies out there that still give, on the car insurance side, they still give discounts on driver's training. So if your kid just is getting their license, they did the driver's training program, there are a few companies that will still give a small discount for the school-taught driver's education program. Almost every company will give a discount if you took a defensive driving course. That's not the same thing. Traditionally, back in the day, it would be the AAA course. So you went there 2 nights during the week, and you took this class for 4 hours. You get an 8-hour class. You get a 3% discount for 3 years. Nowadays, they do it online. There's a couple different companies out there. I'm sure if you Google them, you can find them. We don't recommend any set one, so just whatever you can find. They generally run about $20 to take. But that $20 that you spend now and a couple hours out of your life to take this online class will get you 3% in discounts over the next 3 years. So it could be worth it. You spend $20 to save, $80 to $100 over the next 3 years. So it could be worth it there. Another discount is depending on the company that you have, they may have worked out a deal with a life insurance carrier. So for instance, if you have a Liberty Mutual policy, and you have an Omaha Mutual life insurance policy, you can get a companion discount, because actually, believe it or not, Omaha Mutual and Liberty Mutual are pretty much the same company. The parent company is the same, so they give a companion discount there. There are companies like Plymouth Rock that give discounts for different things. If you're a member of, if you're a PBA member, if you belong to Island Fitness or not Island Fitness, what was the other one? Planet Fitness, or some of the other gyms out there. If you're a nurse or a doctor and you belong to the New Jersey Medical Association, they give you discounts based on that. They give you discounts if you. There are companies out there that give you discounts if you have, believe it or not, a Sam's Club membership, and if you have a AAA or a towing program, they give you discounts for that. Okay. One of the most popular forms of discounts nowadays, and I don't. I really don't think, I don't personally think of it as a discount because it's not really a discount. You're participating in a program to get a better rate. So one of the most popular things is called this UBI or UBI. Progressive markets it as Snapshot. Allstate, I think, markets it as DriveWise. All the companies have it now. Some of them, almost, I would say 90% of them are the little thing that plugs into the ECM port underneath your dashboard. But there are a few companies that do a internet app based on your phone program. Now, everybody's program is a little bit different. Most of the ones that we offer in our agency do like a 30-day test pilot. So you basically, we give you the discount, a baseline discount. You plug it in for 30 days, and then the system will evaluate whether or not you get a further discount, or if you just maintain this current discount you have now. On rare occasions, your discount may decrease. So if you're really a bad driver, you could, or drive erratically during that pilot program period, you might lose a little bit of the discount. But you're still going to get some discount that you may not have gotten before. One of the other things that people are, a little skeptical about that program is they always wonder if Big Brother's watching, right? Now, for the most part, every company out there, it's for market research purposes, okay? They want to see how their customers are driving. Do they drive in the middle of the night? Are their customers, the bulk majority of their customers driving on interstates or highways in heavily populated cities? Are they jabbing on the brakes a lot? Stuff like that. Now, all of these programs are marketed pretty much the same way. They'll never increase your rate, which they don't. If you don't participate in it, then you don't get this discount. But if you do participate in it, again, some of them will give you a varying discount level. So if you're driving outside of their guidelines for a good driver, then your discount may be decreased. That doesn't mean they're raising your rate. It means that that's the discount that you qualify for. Okay, the baseline of your insurance didn't change. It's just the value of that discount changed. Now, some people say, well, how do I know that they're not going to use that information and adjust my rate at the renewal? Well, you don't really know it, but in most cases there is some bylaws and some guidelines in the program participation packet, and you can read through it, and it basically says in there that they're not going to raise your rate based on the usage of the device. If they did, I'm pretty sure that somebody somewhere will figure it out, and there'll be a rather large class action lawsuit, and jump on it by all means. But I've yet to see anybody's insurance legitimately raise because of participating in that program. Okay, so that's another discount. Like those UBI discounts are usually anywhere from 10 to 20%. A lot of times they tell us as sales agents to market it as up to 30%, but I've never seen somebody get 30% on something like that. The highest I've ever seen is about 18%. So that's that there. Now, I did mention earlier in the video that one of the discounts is the homeowner's discount. If you own a home, you should have insurance. If you have insurance on a home and you have insurance on your car, it would be probably easier in life in dealing with your insurances if you had everything with the same agent. Okay, so I would recommend seeing if your current agent, if you have two separate agents now, seeing if either your agents can bundle them together, maybe get you some companion discounts, maybe even find you a better rate. If you're not comfortable with that, again, I always tell everybody on these videos, I'm happy to take a look at your insurance for you. Inbox me, message me, call me, whatever you want to do. I'll take a look at your package. I'll give you an insurance review, tell you where your shortcomings are, or if you have a good package, And if I can save you money, I definitely will try to save you money. Obviously, I want to try to earn your business, but ultimately, my goal here is to make sure that the customers are informed. Okay, so you can be an informed consumer and have a better policy and protect your belongings better. But another discount that's out there is believe it or not, it's a longevity discount. And this is more of a rating factor for car insurance than anything else. If you have insurance and you've had insurance for a long period of time, so say you've had the same company, same agent, and same policy for 36 months, 3 years, your rate will be better if you had those characteristics versus if you had continuous insurance for 36 months but switched every year from company to company. Okay, they're called longevity discounts and loyalty discounts. Your agent may not discuss these things with you, but when it comes down to it, I can show you on the computer, if you were sitting with me, how your rate is better if you have 36 months with the same company, same agent, and didn't switch around versus 36 months switching around every year. Okay, it's a better rate, obviously, actually, if you stay longer. Okay, now in some cases it's not going to be beneficial to everybody because of the way that rates are. Your rate may be higher this year than it was last year, and it's gotten to the point where it's unmanageable and you need to move. You got to do what you have to do. But if you're lucky enough to be able to get a good rate from the get-go and stretch it out over a period of time, obviously, like I always tell everybody in my videos, your insurance is hardly ever, I would say 99% of the time, will never go down. They're always going to either stay plateaued or they're going to increase slightly. But if you have to move, you have to move. But obviously, if you have a good rate, you're going to try and stick with it as long as possible. The other is I did mention the defensive driver. I mentioned the companion discounts. The other discounts that there are companion policy discounts. Okay, so say you have a house and you have a car, you get the homeowner's discount on the car. Now on the auto policy, if you actually have like a motorcycle, a jet ski, wave runner, boat, things of that nature, if you have a companion policy with the same carrier, you could get what's called a multi-policy discount. Now those discounts range between 3 and 5% depending on the company you go with, and usually the companion policies are a little cheaper than a standalone policy. So it's just for argument's sake, say you had a Progressive car policy and you had a motorcycle and a wave runner, and you need to get insurance for those things. Obviously, your agent, if they're smart, they're going to try and put you with Progressive for both of those two items, and then get you that companion discount altogether. Okay. On the flip side, on some of the more professional level clientele in my office, they tend to get umbrella policies. Again, I mentioned it in one of my other videos that if you get an umbrella, it covers your underlying policy covers to a certain level, and then the umbrella covers above and beyond to whatever the policy limit is. If you get an umbrella policy, it's always cheaper to get one that's bundled with either your home or bundled with your auto than to get a standalone, because then you'll get those companion discounts back and forth. And usually, they might be able to lump them together. So if you, just for instance, for argument's sake, say you put it with your homeowner's insurance, and your homeowner's is paid by your escrow and your mortgage every year, then you don't have another bill to pay because it's going to be paid with your homeowner's insurance. If you have your umbrella attached to your car insurance, then you could either technically have a separate bill every month, but some companies actually lump them together, so you make a one payment every month for all of your insurances to try and make your life a little bit easier. Well, hopefully this video is going to be shorter today because I have a couple things to do, but hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight on some questions to ask your current agent on discounts that you may have or may be missing out on. The other discount that's you might want to look into, they're called affinity discounts, and that's like if you went to a certain school. So some companies, if you went to Stockton, Rowan, Rutgers, Penn State, University of Florida, that kind of stuff, they give companion discounts to the alumni. Or if you're actually still going, your kid's going, you can get that discount too. You get the college discount, good student discount, all that kinds of stuff. So if you are looking to try and save money on your car insurance, talk to your agent. Ask them if you're missing out on any discounts. If they just kind of shrug you and say, no, you're fine, you're good, you got everything you got, and they don't give you a list of what you're getting, then let me know. If I can help you out, I definitely will. I'll look over your insurances, like I always say. And if I can save you guys money, I'm more than happy to do it. Just inbox me, message me, whatever you want. All right? Take care, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.